Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using a couple of pieces of scrap paper. They're right here. This one here is by Shamel, and this one here is by Dear Lizzie Lovely Day. And I'm also going to be using this sketch right here. That sketch is by Creative Scrappers. So right here I'm going to go ahead and trim this paper down. I am going to use a white cardstock as my background for this one. And I'm going to mount my photos on this yellow piece. This is, I think, that Shamel paper. I'm going to use a little piece of this teal color, and I'm just going to tuck it in right there at that right hand side. Here I had cut out my title on my silhouette, and it says "So Happy Today," and the "So Happy" I cut out "So Happy" in that floral paper, and then I offset it with the same paper I used for today, so it's kind of like, you know, has a shadow around it. Right here I'm trying to figure out where I do want this title to go, and I will show you my adhesive, saying I'm going to go away and glue this down, and the "So Happy" is right there on the side, and you'll notice when I come back it is above the photos because I changed my mind. I did pull out two of these doilies, and I'm going to tuck one at the top right and one at the bottom left. I still love these doilies. I do not regret buying them, even though they came with so many. I still love them. I would like to go on and see if they have them in a smaller size. That'd be pretty neat. So here I'm back after gluing down the title and those papers. I did not do any stitching at all on here. I used my Tim Holtz die to cut out 3 different tags, 3 small tags, and I am going to use the reinforcer part of the die as well. I like my tags to be finished. I'm just going to finish this last one, and we will put those around the page. I am still super obsessed with the tags. I love the tags. Love the tags. That Tim Holtz tag die that I had purchased in several hauls ago, probably a year ago, it is probably my favorite die. I use it all the time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this one down. I did trim those other 2 down. I'm going to tuck it in right there underneath the journaling. The journaling I typed up on my computer, and it's just, I typed it on the back side of a pattern paper out of a paper pad. So, excuse me. These photos are of BJ and Marissa, and I'm talking about how they had came over. This was on April 30th. They didn't get their Easter bags on Easter because I didn't see them. So they came over on April 30th, and we were sitting outside chatting and stuff because they came over to get their Easter bags. And they were talking about baby names for Little Chicken. And if Little Chicken's a boy, they were going to name him, my son's name is Bucky Holloman Jr., so they were going to name him Bucky the Third. His name, that's a different layout. We're gonna discuss this one soon. And then for a girl, Olivia, or BJ's choice was Olivia, and Marissa's choice was Penelope. But they were still talking about it and throwing out some other names. And then I go on to say they didn't, and there are typos in here, they didn't know this would be the last time we would be sitting around chatting about Little Chicken's name in the future. The next day, at Marissa's doctor's appointment, they learned that Little Chicken was not going to make it. So Marissa did have a miscarriage, so we are not going to be having a Little Chicken this time. But they're doing good though. All right, so I did a couple things while I was chit-chatting. I did use some other still dies to make this heart and this little embellishment. I don't know, is that a crest? That's not really a crest. I don't know what it is. It's like a rectangle with points. And I did pull out these freckled fawn puffy borders, and I stuck one right there underneath the photo. I am going to put that heart on top of it. I wanted to use another one of those puffy borders. They are so cute, and I love how they feel. They feel good. I cut one right there, and I tried to stick it under the side of that, And you can, when you cut them, you can really tell that they are cut. So I don't know if I'd advise that. Here are some wood buttons, I think is what they're called. Buttons, I don't know. This is from the Dear Lizzie. I used one up at the top right. It is the wood rimmed with the navy blue floral. And then I used one down there at the bottom left, and it is wood rimmed. It is yellow and has a red ampersand in it. And these also come with those wood buttons. They have foam tape behind them, but they are so thick to begin with, you do not need that foam tape. So I went ahead and peeled off the foam tape and just put them down like that. Here are some little flowers that were left over from a Pink Fresh kit. I don't even know from when. So I was trying to use those around the page. I do end up using one of them. That flat sticker I put under that tag up there, it is from Dear Lizzie. All right, so I'm going to go off screen here a little bit. I'm going to put some foam tape underneath this embellishment that I had die cut out. And then I'm also going to put foam tape underneath the heart that goes in the center of it. But the heart that goes in the center of it, I put 2 layers of the foam tape, and I am still using that Scotch foam tape for my dimension. This little piece right here says XOXO. I cut that out also with a die. I cut several of those out. I only end up using this yellow one though. And this right here is a sticker tag from Dear Lizzie, and it matches that navy blue pattern paper, only it's a flat sticker. I did not end up in the end put twine through that. I do not do that. Right here I was trying to staple down that XO. My tiny attacher obviously didn't have a long enough reach, so I go ahead and just glue it down. And right here I'm going to staple this heart to that freckle fond puffy border. I am using Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in that fine line bottle. That's what I'm sticking down those buttons with. Alright, you can see over to the left of that XO, there is a little bit of white space that is not super attractive. I do end up putting the date right there. It is not on camera and it is not in the final photos because I just did it because I had to look up the date. Alright, these are some little puffy sequins that were they came out last year, I think, with a Pink Fresh Studio line. I don't recall what the line is. And so I'm kind of tucking those around the page. I do like to tuck things kind of under so they just kind of peek out a little bit. Here I just held it up and looked at it, see if it needed anything else. I took this Heidi Swap Color Shine Out and Seafoam and tested it on a scrap piece and decided that would work fine. So I am going to give that a little splatter around the page. And it did land on my tag up there, a big blob. I do end up just soaking that up with a piece of paper towel or dry baby wipe, something. I don't even know what I used. Something. And here I'm pulling out my crochet thread, and I'm going to put that through that tag right there, and then the 2 bottom tags. And like I said, that sticker tag, I just left it. I didn't put it through there. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. I guess I must have thought it looked fine at the time. It looks fine now too. I mean, it kind of blends in with that navy blue paper. It doesn't really even stand out to me as a tag when I look at it. Right here I'm just pulling up the edges of the paper a little bit just to kind of make it a little not so nice and neat. We want it to be a little messy. We might not. I do though. So after I do that, I do not do anything else to this layout. Right here I'm showing you that sketch again. This is the sketch I used, and again it was from Creative Scrappers. So there you go. That is the end of this layout. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.